Hey guys, and welcome to this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be talking about the new Chanel Numero 1 foundation, which just arrived earlier than expected, and I was so happy. I thought that I'm going to try the foundation for the first time together with you. I'm going to compare it to some of my existing Chanel foundations. I've tried all Chanel foundations. I'm a huge Chanel lover, and also I have a couple of other products that I'm going to show you. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're new here and if you love Chanel and luxury beauty, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now and join the fun. We have amazing luxury community here. If you have already tried the new Numero 1 foundation by Chanel, do let me know what you think in the comment section below. I purchased the shade B10 because this is what I usually wear in most Chanel foundations, actually almost all Chanel foundations. They are quite consistent with their shade range apart from the Le Beige Cushion foundation, which runs a little bit lighter. I'm going to show you close-ups of the bottle, and I'm going to show you also how it compares to some other Chanel foundations. Let's go ahead and see if the shade range is consistent and if this number B10 is going to match my skin tone quite well. Keep in mind that I'm trying this foundation for the first time today with you, and I'm going to give you a more detailed review once I get the chance to review the whole Numero 1 collection by Chanel. I'm quite excited because I have some samples from this collection, and I'm going to share with you my thoughts on the research behind the red camellia. This is the first eco-friendly and more natural skincare, makeup and fragrance line from Chanel, which is quite exciting. This whole collection is dedicated to anti-aging skincare, and as a lot of you know, I'm a huge skincare lover. So of course I've tried I think almost all skincare from Chanel, except for probably a few pieces that I haven't tried, but most of their skincare lines, I've tried them, I've used them over the years. And as a lot of you know, I'm a huge Chanel lover, so I'm probably at some point I'm going to purchase most of the products from this Numero 1 skincare line as well. But first of all, I wanted to take advantage of the fact that I could get samples so that I can explore what is the fragrance of the products and how they're going to feel on the skin. And very soon I'm going to come with a dedicated video, and I'm going to be sharing with you all my overall thoughts on this whole line. I'm going to tell you also a little bit more about the research behind this brand. Now I want to show you the packaging of this new foundation. It is actually very clean, very simple. Here we have red on the inside, and then I'm going to give you also a screenshot of all of the ingredients so that you know what you have. But overall, this foundation is advertised as a glowy foundation with moisturizing properties and skincare ingredients. It is an anti-aging foundation, and I'm quite curious to see how this is going to compare to my other Chanel foundations, because I've tried all Chanel foundations, no exception here. The dedication is real. Now let's go ahead and pump out a little bit of the foundation. Chanel say this is a liquid foundation, but as you can see on my hand, it actually feels quite creamy and it's a little bit thick. In terms of consistency, this foundation reminds me a lot of Vita Lumiere Aqua. Now Vita Lumiere Aqua is being reformulated right now, and it is going to be available very soon worldwide, a new reformulated version of Vita Lumiere Aqua, which is going to be, I think, without alcohol. So this is going to be quite exciting. I'm going to review this foundation because Vita Lumiere Aqua is one of my all-time favorite foundations from Chanel. And let me just go ahead and squeeze out a little bit of the Vita Lumiere Aqua in number 10 on my hand just to compare. And you guys, I'm going to give you some close-ups in natural light so that you can see also how the shades compare. I can say that the new Numero 1 foundation by Chanel is definitely cooler than the B10 from Vita Lumiere Aqua. So the shades are not identical. Let me go ahead and squeeze out a little bit on my hand also from the Chanel Le Beige Sheer Healthy Glow Tinted Moisturizer. It definitely is closer in terms of shade. And I'm going to squeeze out also a little bit of the Le Beige foundation. Yes, I think that it's a great color match to the Le Beige foundation, which is a little bit more cool tone, but I would say that the Numero 1 foundation appears to be the most cool toned foundation. Let's go ahead and see how this is going to look on my face. So this is what we are starting with. I'm going to start applying the foundation, but first of all, let's have a look at my face, my bare face. I only have a little bit of serum and a little bit of moisturizer because this foundation says that it's moisturizing, and I have normal to combination skin. A little bit more about myself in case you are new to my channel. I'm 35 years old. I have normal to combination skin overall. I have good skin and I have some occasional breakouts. My skin is very sensitive and it easily gets irritated. So I don't have a lot of issues today on my skin, apart from the fact that it's a little bit more sensitive because I have been trying some makeup products lately and my skin always reacts. I have a few breakouts on my chin, but that's to be expected. It's just the usual breakouts of the month. And I'm going to start applying the foundation. Since I'm applying the foundation for the first time, I just want to explore it with fingertips a little bit, and then I'm going to be using my favorite brush from Chantecaille, and I'm going to start applying the foundation. I'm not going to be using concealer today because I find that when I'm testing new foundations, I always find it more useful to test the foundation on its own and not to apply concealer, because concealer somehow interferes with my first impressions, and I want to see how the foundation is going to wear under my eyes, all over my face, how I can build up the foundation on places where I need a little bit more coverage. Now this foundation is light, has a light luminous finish, it has a light coverage, and now that I'm applying it, I can see that it blends very easily and it literally melts into the skin. It's very easy to apply. I would definitely apply this one with a brush just because this is my preferred way of applying foundation, but you can as well try fingers. I wouldn't use a sponge because sponges usually eat a lot of the product, and for me it's a waste of product. So this is what we have so far, one layer of foundation. I don't have concealer and I can still see a little bit of the breakouts here, which are not very dark. It's just that I have some bumps on my skin which are a little bit darker than my skin tone, but it doesn't cover them completely. So you cannot build it up and use it instead of concealer apparently, but this is not a foundation that claims to be something like a concealer. I'm quite happy with the job that it did under my eyes. Again, light coverage. So I have a magnifying mirror right in front of me and I'm looking at myself. I'm very happy with the result. As to be expected from Chanel, the foundation just melts into the skin. It doesn't emphasize dry patches. It didn't emphasize any of my pores. It didn't emphasize fine lines or anything. It just melts into the skin and it gives me this beautiful glow. Now on my skin, the finish is even, I would say, a little bit wet. And that's because I have normal to combination skin. But for sure, if you have normal to dry skin, or if you have dry skin, for sure the finish is going to be a little bit more natural. Now I definitely feel that I need to set this foundation with powder. I do so with all of my luminous and glowy foundation just because I have normal to combination skin, and throughout the day my skin tends to get more oily. So that's why I'm going to need to set this foundation with powder. But let's go ahead, and beforehand I want to try one of the new lip balms that I purchased, and this is the new Rouge Coco Baume. And for now I only decided to purchase one because I wanted to explore the formulation. Now these, initially I was thinking to purchase 2 or 3 shades, but then these are not limited edition, so do not feel pressure. There have been so many new releases from Chanel, Dior, other brands as well, and if you're not ready to purchase now, just you can go ahead and try, or you can do not feel pressure to buy everything at once. These are going to be permanent. I purchased the shade 918 and I wanted to get the beige one as well, but it was sold out. Sold out because right now I guess that everyone is rushing to buy, but these I know that are going to be permanent. So even if they are sold out right now, they are going to be restocked, so I don't worry about that. So I purchased 918, which is my rose, and it is a very beautiful shade. I still haven't swatched it. I still haven't tried it. I'm going to be trying it for the first time today with you. And it has those little golden shimmers. The weather is very cloudy. I absolutely love this white packaging. Now let's go ahead and try this. It doesn't have any fragrance. And this is how it looks on my lips, and I have to say, guys, that this is a big surprise for me. Now, I was expecting that this is going to have this really balmy texture, just like the Rouge Coco Flash lipsticks from Chanel, but it's a completely different formula. It is a lot more comfortable and it's less emollient, so it doesn't feel like the typical lip balm that is very oily, I would say. But this one is just a little bit thicker. It is very comfortable. It feels very comfortable, and it actually I just had to swipe a few times to get this amount of color. So it does have a good color payoff. I love this actually. I definitely like these more than the Rouge Coco Flash lipsticks, because the Rouge Coco Flash lipsticks, they tend to be quite oily, very emollient, and they tend to bleed. This one is definitely not going to bleed. It just gives a very healthy looking lips, almost like, I don't know, almost like if you see a child that's running on the street, and you know that children usually have this kind of natural color on their lips. This is exactly what this balm reminds me of. Way to go, Chanel. I'm definitely sold on these, and I'm definitely going to purchase a couple of more colors, because I want to have, and I know that I want to be wearing these new balms in the summer and any season. Actually, they feel incredibly comfortable. This one feels incredibly comfortable, and I'm definitely going to be purchasing the beige one, and then I want to purchase the white one as well. Sorry, my neighbors are working all day. They are literally driving me crazy, but I can't do anything about that. I really apologize about any background noise that you might be hearing during this video. I also have one of the Rouge Allure Velvet lipsticks. With it came with this purchase. Now back to the foundation. I'm going to need to wear this foundation for a few days to be able to give you a full review and to see how this is going to wear throughout the day. So far I can say that it feels very comfortable on the face. Now if you have oily skin, I would say that this foundation is probably not going to be the best one for you, because it is quite glowy, unless you are willing to apply this foundation and then apply a good amount of powder. I would say that this foundation is going to be best for those of you who have normal to slightly dry skin, maybe a combination skin, but of course you're going to need to powder, because you can see that as I don't powder my face, you can see that it just looks a little bit wet. I love this glow right now, but I know that in a couple of hours my skin is going to start to get a little bit shinier, and I know that it's not going to wear as good on my skin type unless I powder it. And that's why I'm going to go ahead, apply some Chanel loose powder, and I'm going to be back with my final thoughts on this foundation. This, of course, once again, is a first impression review. So now I have a little bit of loose powder on my face, and I just went out on the terrace to see how everything looks, and I have to say that I am absolutely obsessed with this new lip balms from Chanel. I actually want to go ahead and purchase a couple of more shades right away, because the color is just so pretty, so fresh. I know this is going to be my favorite lip product from now on. I don't have such color in my collection. It looks so incredibly youthful. So 100% I would recommend those balms if you're looking for a good high quality lipstick. I would say sheer lipstick, because this is, yes, it does feel comfortable as a lip balm, but definitely is what I would want from a sheer lipstick. Now I just want to apply a little bit of blush, and I'm going to be using my current favorite. This is a new one from Chanel, and this is the Comet blush. I have the two blushes and I did a review of them. So in case you're interested, I'm going to have a link to this video. I love this coral shade. This one is the coral shade. It does have a light fragrance. Now the Chanel foundation, guys, it does have a fragrance, and I'm just going to be applying this blush because I think it's going to match beautifully with the Rouge Coco Baume that I'm wearing. And I just wanted to say that the Chanel Numero 1 foundation actually has a little bit of fragrance. It does have the typical Chanel kind of fragrance. It is not too fragrant. I would say that it's a little bit, the fragrance in this foundation is a little bit toned down. But if you are sensitive to fragranced makeup and fragranced products, Keep in mind that it does have a fragrance and you're going to feel it once you start applying the foundation. But then once the foundation is on my face, I don't feel it anymore. It is not bothering me. But still, if you're sensitive to fragrances, you are going to feel it. To me personally, the fragrance is very pleasant, it's very light, but still keep in mind that there is a fragrance. And I'm going to be using this blush, which actually is a highlighter. I showed you in my previous video. So this cannot be a blush. It is a gorgeous, very natural looking highlighter. And I just want to apply this right here, just to feel a little bit better. And I'm not even going to be applying makeup today on my face because I want to finish this video and I want to edit the video as soon as possible and post it, because I know that a lot of you guys have been waiting for my review, for my first impression, and I want to share with you my first impression as soon as possible. So in case you're interested in this blush, the new Comet blushes, definitely go ahead and check out my video because this is a huge surprise. This was supposed to be a blush, but it's actually a highlighter. I love the packaging, I love everything about them. I love how they wear throughout the day, but just keep in mind that the paler one is a highlighter and it's a very subtle highlighter. Well, hello again. It's been 2 hours since I applied the foundation. I just started to edit the first part of the video because I wanted to let the foundation sit on my skin for a little while before I share with you my very first impressions on this foundation. I absolutely love it so far. I think that I'm going to be able to wear it because I apply powder on top of my foundations and I don't mind the glowy foundation. I absolutely love this healthy looking finish that it gives, but definitely this is a foundation that I would recommend for those of you who have normal to dry skin or normal to combination skin. But if you're experiencing a lot of oiliness on your skin, there are other better foundations that are going to work better on your skin. Now, of course, I'm going to keep wearing this foundation and I'm going to update you over time how it's going to work on my skin. I'm very happy that this is actually an anti-aging foundation. I'm very happy that it has the red Camellia extract, and there is so much research behind this ingredient from Chanel. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm going to do a full review of the new Chanel Numero 1 line. I'm going to review also the skincare line and I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts on all of the products from this new line from Chanel. Once again, I'm in love with the lip balm. I definitely need more shades. I know that I'm going to be wearing this color so much. The little golden particles in this lip balm are not visible on my lips. My lips just look so healthy, like childlike healthy, I would say, and plump and nice. So this is something that I truly enjoy about this lip product. And be sure to subscribe because there are more videos coming very soon. There are going to be new, very exciting releases from Chanel, which I'm going to be reviewing. There are going to be some tweed eyeshadow palettes, and I'm going to be reviewing those. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I always appreciate your time very much when you choose to watch my videos. I hope to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.